welcome back to week 3 of this gaining phase. So today is actually Monday, so it's the start of the week, and I get a lot of questions regarding how I eat as much protein as I do on a vegan diet. So I used to stick to a gram per pound of body weight, so that would be, if, for example, if you weighed 120 pounds, you would eat 120 grams of protein. Whilst I'm on this gaining phase, I am upping that and just trying to have a bit extra protein in my diet. I explained in my last video that my approach to this gaining phase is not bulk. I don't want to bulk, I don't want to cut, I don't want any of that. I just want to slowly, over the next couple of months, put on some lean muscle mass and some size and just be like a fuller version of what I am now. Like, I love my body shape and I am really happy with what I look like, but there's always room for improvement. I do just want to be that bit bigger, so I'm on a very focused path of achieving that over the next 12 weeks, and that's why I have a series where I am showing you every week exactly what I'm doing to be able to get there. So if you're brand new to my channel, please subscribe. Social media is a very hard time right now. It's very, very difficult. Instagram and YouTube they're hard slogs, so if you have 10 seconds to press the subscribe button and the like button on this video, I would very much appreciate it. And thank you to all those who always come back and watch my content and support me, because you really are appreciated. But yes, I'm going to do a what I eat in a day and track my food, and I'm also going to go over a bit about my kind of body stats. I didn't want to do either of these things because you have to keep in mind as a viewer of this content that this is me, my life, my body. What I do works for me, and you should by no means copy it. By no means copy it to get similar results. Your body is completely different from mine, your genetics are completely different from mine, your lifestyle is completely different from mine, etc, etc. So basically these videos are for inspiration and it's for information to be able to help you on your own journey, but by no means copy this. This is just me showing you what I do. So I don't actually track my food anymore. I used to track my food years ago and I haven't done it in such a long time. I feel like when you've tracked for a while, you then kind of have an idea about food and what a balanced plate looks like and stuff like that. So that is why I decided, since we are going on a bit of a gaining phase, to make sure I am eating more than normal, I would track it and show you what that looks like for me, but particularly in the protein element. Since being a vegan for 9 years now, people always ask, oh, but how are you going to do that when you're vegan, blah, 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 blah. I will show you how. So number one, I do take supplements. I take a protein shake every single day, and I also have like a protein water. I'll show you that, but you do not need to have those. Does it make my life easier? Yes, it does. I use my protein brand / my vegan brand. I have worked with them for 5 years and I love them. Like, I love them. You have no idea how many brands have actually reached out to me over the years, been like, try our stuff, and I'm like, no, I swear by my vegan range. Like, I love it. Like, it just digests well with me. I like the taste, everything. It just works. So I change it. If you are ever wanting to try out my protein or my vegan, it's in the description box with a code StephUK or StephUS, and you're saving up to like 37%. So if you're looking for it, save some money whilst you're at it. But like I said, I'm going to track for the purposes of this video. Do not copy it. It's just inspiration. It's just motivation. And yes, let me talk you through breakfast first, and then as the day goes on, I'll kind of tell you why I'm eating what I'm eating and why I'm eating what I'm eating and why. You know what I mean? But like I said in my last video, I'm not doing anything drastic. All I'm doing is eating more of what I already eat. I'm not a snacker. I am a breakfast, lunch and dinner and dessert kind of guy. But I am by no means that big a fan of snacks. So what I have been doing is making sure just my meals are slightly larger, or I'll talk to you as we go on. But let's get to breakfast and then we'll chat some more, because this has been a very long intro. follow me on Instagram, you will know what happened to my head. You will know what happened to my head. Now, you might think, Steph, you got your hair done literally 2 weeks ago and it was beautiful. It was perfect. Why did you bleach the front of it? I will never know. Basically, I decided I wanted by the way, my hair's full of oil because we're doing a hair care routine. I decided to take the front 2 sections, only this much hair, right? And bleach them myself because I just wanted the front of my head to just be really, really light without having my whole head being really light and kind of damaging my hair. So I did that. It came out very orange. I then went over it with a toner. It kind of helped, but then I did a purple shampoo. But what I did was put the purple shampoo on dry hair and left it for an hour. And it dyed my hair purple. So instead of lifting out the orange and making it a nice white blonde, it dyed my hair. So I had to go to Tesco this morning and get this very specific shampoo my friend recommended to then wash my hair today with it to see if that fixes it. So I did actually get a few things from Tesco that I think would help for the process of this video. Purposes of this video, my brain today is not working. For the purposes of this video, I'm going to show you some kind of easy ways you can incorporate more protein into your diet if you're plant-based, or not even if you are plant-based, if you just need ideas. These are for you. Okay, so an obvious one is plant milk. You can do, which one is the highest? I believe soy milk is the highest. I don't like soy milk personally. I am a almond milk guy all the way. I normally buy Alpro or just the Tesco's own brand because this is £1. If Alpro isn't £1, I'm getting the Tesco one. Something that you can actually get, so this isn't it because I went to a small Tesco and they never had it, but basically Alpro do a chocolate and I'm sure also a vanilla soy milk, but then it says on it like 50 grams of protein. So you can get one of these that has like an added protein element to it, and it's just an easy way. You can add it to your smoothies, drink it on its own, whatever, to bump up your protein. I'll see if I can find a picture of it online and put it in here instead of this one. But I also like, this is actually soy milk, but this is the one that I make Adam's coffee with. He is not vegan, but the man eats what I make. He eats what I make. Something I have been buying lately, I'm not the biggest fan of yogurt, right? Like, see, like dairy products in general, or dairy alternatives, because we don't eat dairy. I'm not the biggest fan. Like, I love cream, custard, ice cream, but when it comes to like milk and yogurts and cheese, that kind of stuff I'm not into. So basically, I did buy these yogurts. They are the Alpro yogurts that say high in protein on them, but I just get the wee single serving ones. So these are just easy to add to your oats in the morning. You can have them as a snack, you can have them as dessert, you can put them in smoothies, whatever you fancy. I don't think they're particularly high in protein, but so we meant per 100 grams. Where is the, how many grams are in this? Time for some maths, if I could find the serving size. 150. Okay, so there's only about what, 7 or 8 grams of protein in this. So let's just say there's 5, half 5 is 2.5, 5 is 7.5 to 8 grams of protein per one of these, which is actually okay, because by the time you add in a bit of fruit, a bit of granola, you could bump up to 10 to 15 grams of protein quite easily. So there's these. I'm just looking for easy things to show you that you can just add into your diet. My all-time favourite protein source in terms of actual food is, of course, tofu. I love tofu. Not the biggest fan of tempeh, and I don't like meat replacements, so this is why I think I'm the person to tell you where to get protein from, because I don't like meat replacements because I don't like the taste of meat. So I very much stick to whole foods like tofu, beans. Where are my beans? Where are they? So I like tofu, I like beans, and I just ate baked beans. I like things like yogurts, milks by the time you add them into smoothies and oats and stuff. And then obviously I like a supplement such as my protein powder and a clear protein powder. I also eat a lot of things like carbohydrates that are also fairly decent in protein. So for example, one wrap has 5 grams of protein. You can actually buy specific wraps that are higher in protein, or like protein bread or protein pasta, for example. Like this chickpea pasta. So you can really just, if you make conscious choices and just think, right, instead of regular wraps I might buy protein wraps, or instead of regular pasta I'll buy protein pasta. Really easy tweaks just to get your protein up. What else did I buy? I actually bought this smoothie mix. So one of my problems right now, like I said, I'm not a big snacker, so, and I love eating fruit, but I don't ever really just find myself just eating it as a snack. Like, it's not really, I normally find myself eating it before dinner because I'm eating it whilst I'm waiting on my dinner getting made. So I decided to buy frozen fruit so I can actually just put it into smoothies, and that way I can just bump up my calories as well. So because by the time you add this in with some milk, if you want to add nut butter, if you want to add protein or whatever you want in, it actually adds up the calories for you. So I did buy this one because I want to make a green smoothie. So this is spinach, mango, kiwi and kale. I also have spinach in the fridge, but that has spinach, so that's unnecessary. And then pineapple, because that all just sounds fantastic. And then all these things like vegetables, you know, if I was to go through the list: tofu, beans, nut milks, plant milks, yogurts, fortified foods like that, protein powders, supplements. You can then get into like breads, pastas, wraps that can be fortified. Then you've got obvious foods just like your oats, vegetables, nuts, seeds, that kind of thing. It's really quite easy to do, so that's why I thought I'd make this video to show you how to do it and how I do it. So moving on, I'm going to make a tortilla pizza for lunch and a green smoothie. I'm not wanting toast and beans today, it's not the vibe, so let us go. Okay, here's a green smoothie, and here is tortilla number one. I was actually only planning on making one, but then when it came out I thought that's a bit naff. So the second one's in the oven. So here's the tomato with the tofu, the cheese, the spring onion and the spinach, and the other one is barbecue. I'll put it here, it'll be barbecue, I'll tell you when it comes out, and the smoothie. So yum. Okay, and this is the pizza number two. So I just did tofu, barbecue sauce, jalapenos. The last one was so spicy from salsa alone, like I don't know how I'm going to eat jalapenos. And corn is the only other vegetable I had, so this is number two. Oh, and the cheese, which is kind of melted a bit random. So like I said, I actually did weigh myself last week. At the start of week 2 I weighed myself, and I wasn't going to share it with you because, like I said, people kind of fixate on that and think, okay, if I get to the same weight as her, I'll look the same as her, or etc. And that's not the case. But I'm putting this information out for those of you that are capable of not using it in a dangerous way. Okay, so using it appropriately to help yourself but not fixate upon it and use it wrongly, if that makes sense. So if you are triggered or do not want to know my weight or my body fat or anything like that, maybe skip about a minute or two forward. I will put it on screen how much to skip by. But here's information. So it's very, very bright in here. Hold on, wait a second. Pull this down. Oh, come on. Okay, so Adam, my boyfriend, had worked in a gym for the past 10 years, right? He is the most knowledgeable guy ever. He actually works in healthcare, that's his full-time job, but he still keeps a weekend job for now in the gym. So he is very, very knowledgeable about fitness and a lot of other things, but fitness. He's always done my body fat for years. When we were friends, he always measured my body fat, helped me with training, blah 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 blah. So he actually did my body fat last week. As you can see, it's all written down. We do a 7-point, oh gosh, 7-point and 4-point methods and find an average. So basically my body fat currently, accurately measured, we did it twice, is 18.23% body fat. I am happy with that body fat percentage. I would be happy with it to go up by about 2% in the process of me gaining muscle, but my kind of comfortable weight with body fat is in the late teens to 20%. Anything over that, I actually start to feel less healthy within myself, and that's just where my body naturally sits. Okay, that is where my happy level is. Okay, there's absolutely no over strenuous things done to achieve that. You know, I have perfectly regular periods, I have no gut issues, I have good skin, like I have no issues with my body fat being 18%. Now 18 isn't particularly low, but it's not average either. Like for me to be able to maintain abs, for example, year round isn't something I have to put a lot of effort into doing, if that makes sense. Like I don't do anything crazy or restrictive to do that. So with that being said, I'm happy for my body fat to fluctuate by a couple of percentage over the next couple of months as we build muscle, but the goal is to kind of keep the body fat as low as possible as we do this, because like I said, it's not a bulk, it's just slowly putting on some lean muscle mass. So when I weighed myself, I have scales, right, that I have literally not used in years. I have scales that tell you your muscle mass percentage, your body fat percentage, all of that stuff. But I asked Adam to do my body fat because I don't think that these scales are that accurate, but they are useful for me to use them every week to see which direction numbers are going in. So as long as the weight is going up slightly, if the body fat goes up slightly, if the muscle mass goes up slightly, we know we're going in the right direction. So it doesn't matter what the number actually is, as long as it's going in the direction we want it to go. So the scale said that I was 55.8 kilo, so we'll call myself 56 kilo. It said I was 17.2% body fat. I'm actually 18.2% body fat, so it's not far off. It's really, it was 1% off. But obviously, as long as it moves in the direction we want, then that's what we want. And it said my muscle mass was 37.4%. So I want the muscle mass up. Can we reach 40%? I don't know. Can your body be 40% muscle? That tells you your water and things like that. This scale, where did I get this scale? Honestly, if you just googled it, you would find it, like a scale that tells you different readings. But essentially, that's where we're at. And the goal is to obviously grow. And as you grow, you put on weight. If you put on muscle, you put on weight. But that's the start point. And that's what we're dealing with. Guys, I'm going to be very honest. I am so happy that summer is over, and that sounds ridiculous, right, because we don't really get summer in Scotland, but I have like been waiting for like fall, as the Americans call it, i.e. autumn, winter time, for like weeks now. I was just dying for it to be gloomy and dark and rainy, and that's exactly what it is right now. This will last me a few days, then I'll be like, oh my god, I want to go to the Maldives, but it's actually way darker than this camera's not showing it at all, but like the room in here is like, it's dark. Why can you not tell? But yeah, I'm just for it right now. For it. Okay you guys, to finish off today, I love dessert. I don't have dessert every single day, but I do have it a couple of times a week, and it's not something I think about. It's a do I want it, then I shall have it type of thing. So whether it's a bit of chocolate, whether it's ice cream, or like it can literally be something so small like 2 bites of something, or it can be this, like an ice cream cone. So just remember to keep your life balanced. You have to make it a balance to want to stick with it and to be consistent. So I'm going to let this defrost a bit and have this. I'm waiting on Adam coming out the shower, and we're going to watch Harry Potter. So thank you guys for watching, and I will see you in episode 4.